What's up, y'all? This is gonna be an all signs reading for the full moon in Leo happening tonight. This is the first full moon of the year, and the energy is definitely bussing, like, no doubt. Yeah, let's just see what pops out. Like I said, this is an all signs reading. It don't matter what your sign is. I'm tuning into the collective right now, the collective energy. And if you found this reading, I'm sure there's a message here for you. All right, we're gonna start with getting the guiding energy to lead the reading. Two of Pentacles. Yo, I actually restarted this video because my dog was doing something, and Two of Pentacles was the guiding energy. I can't make this shit up. On the bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Wands in reverse. But I feel like it was meant to reset in a way, because like it came out in the reverse the first time, and it's making more sense to me in the upright. I don't know how to, let's see how to describe it. It's like the energy is very intense right now. I'll start there. And it's like you're feeling at some sort of crossroads or like transitory energy where it's like there's so many different perspectives and routes that your life could go in at this time. And I feel like it's easy when we're in this type of energy to get a little tangled up in the fear around this, around the unknown. And like, you know, it's nature of the brain to want to have some sort of control or ability to predict, but that ain't life. And this is some of the most, like, this is a huge blessing to be in such an energy. Like, so many people are set in stone of like, they're locked into a certain job or a certain lifestyle or something that is like, they somewhat, how do I describe it? Because there's always going to be new things that pop out in life. There's no way to control your life, but some people are much more boxed in than others, and it can be really uncomfortable and scary to stay in that flow state and that openness in that space where it's like anything could happen tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I don't have my 9-to-5 planned. You feel me? That type of energy is, we only have so many eras and times in life where we have such openness available to us. You feel me? And that's when the biggest surprises can come through, because it needs that space to come through, and allowing that space is uncomfortable, but it's so worth it. That's what I'm getting, is like, keep following your inner, like what makes you feel light, what makes you feel in flow, and don't like make any huge concrete this or that black or white decisions at this time, because it's just like locking you in, whereas you can't even imagine what could be available to you. Universe knows best. Universe knows the highest path that you can't even imagine type shit. So allow the space for that. Allow the openness and the suspension of like surrendering this deep sense of stability and comfort zone that you may have if you lock yourself into something. Letting that go and allowing this openness, this free fall type of energy for the biggest blessings and like highest path to come through for you. 10 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, the Tower in reverse, 3 of Cups, and the Magician in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse, I'm getting this feeling of like there's so much gold on your back that you can't even see right now. Like, you have unlocked so much energetically that hasn't even made its way into the physical just yet, but it's been brewing, it's been building momentum, and it's coming through, it's making its way through. And I feel like so much of this you unlocked through the heart space, through surrendering and being in tune with your emotions with the Queen of Cups in reverse. It challenged some really deep parts of you to be able to surrender to this and allow this in a space where, like, I think it took you through so many different twists and turns of self-judgment, maybe feelings of embarrassment, shame, guilt even. And I feel like these energies transformed you. They were actually meant to be stirred up about you, but they were meant to be temporary and then released so you could unlock these lessons and these aspects of you that you wouldn't have been able to have reflected if you had never surrendered to these emotions and this heart space. I just heard well-being. We'll see how that incorporates. But like, it's for your well-being to be able to let these move through. I feel like someone's needing to hear this. Someone is holding on to these negative, they're transformational energies, but they are based in negativity. So it's like they are growing you, they are helping you, they are aiding you, and so they are positive in that respect. But if held on to too long or too attached, it's not serving you. They're meant to be let go, for your well-being, for your progression, for you to actually get the highest benefit of all these paths and twists and turns that you've been through. Ten of Cups in reverse, the Tower in reverse, Three of Cups, the Magician in reverse. With the Three of Cups being the upright energy, it's like there's so much means of celebration headed for you. And it's like, with it reminding us of the Tower in reverse, it's like you've had so much uprooted of you. There's such a drastic transformation that's been taking place that I feel like has been happening over the span of a long period of time. But it's just now starting to like really show earth. I've heard show earth. Like, it's starting to show in the physical realm. Planetary base. The fuck? I just heard planetary base. So, like, I love, like, when I hear messages so clear, but it's like, what does that mean, yo? Like, planetary base. Show earth. It just feels like you're connected to such higher realms, so many realms, like beyond this planetary base, beyond this earth. And it's like your spirit, your soul has been doing so much work up in the cosmos or those spirit realms, whatever you want to call it, and it's like trickling down now. It's manifesting in the physical now, but it's like so much has been done on the other side. And I feel like even beyond just you, like, you have a lot of angelic help and guidance. And I just feel like the reward is headed, and it's coming as somewhat of a surprise because it's something that energetically you've been investing so much into for so long. And it's been like you've seen results, but it's like never as much as you've invested. And so there's always been that kind of like anticipatory, almost waiting type of energy of like, okay, I feel what I've been investing, what I've been working through, like all like spiritually, energetically, but like, where is it in the planetary base? Where is it here on earth? Like, I want to see it, I want to feel it, I want to experience it physically. And I feel like this is a huge incoming surge of this energy really taking like physical root and appearance in the physical. Like with the Magician in reverse, and Ten of Cups in reverse, it's all giving this very like energy that you've been feeling OD, but it's like, why can't I see it? And it's incoming. And let's see, Four of Pentacles in reverse, Temperance, Knight of Swords, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse. Like with the Ten of Cups in reverse, it's this really clear wish fulfillment that you've been energizing. And I feel like it's coming in a really unexpected, unanticipated type of way. And I feel like on the surface, this may cause a little bit of initial disappointment, or kind of like, this isn't what I hoped for. This isn't what I dreamed of. But it's taking time to unfold in the highest way. Like there's a higher path to all this that you haven't even been able to imagine. So it's definitely calling for this patience and this flow moment by moment, this really deep trust that the universe is working for you and in collaboration with you. And there's just higher paths to this than you know. And definitely there's new resources becoming available to you. But it feels like before, it's like new people coming through. I'm just getting a really brand new era where it's like you really are letting go of a whole past life, a whole past version of you, and stepping into this new one. And it feels almost like there was a time where this started to come through and something like wasn't ready. It was you yourself energetically, whether you were conscious of it or not, that wasn't able, like you weren't quite ready to let go of these attachments to the past version of yourself in your past life. Maybe it was specific people in your life that you had grown so attached to that weren't the frequency to where you were going. Not to say they were higher or lower or whatever, but they just weren't that match. And you needed to have let go of them, or that's just an example. It doesn't have to be people. I feel like it's a lot of energy, like whether it was people or a job or where you were living, circumstances, something. It's like this path was presented to you in a sense. The beginnings of it has been available to you before, but you weren't quite ready to let go of these attachments, which have compassion for yourself and trust the rhythm, your intuitive rhythm of that. Like maybe there could have been real significant underlying energetic reasons why you weren't able to let go of those attachments yet. There were still lessons you needed to learn there, or still things you were meant to unlock with those energies. You know, it can go on and on. It's not something to hold yourself in some sort of self-resentment around, but you weren't able to let go of those energies before, and I feel like now you are, and it's happening in a really natural way. It's not something that you're like having to like cut people out or like compromise your like sweet self for. Like it's just happening in a very natural way, and it's allowing the space for this new path to actually flourish and come through full throttle now. And with Temperance, I just feel like, yeah, there's this really deep underlying balance about all this, and angelic support and guidance. And I always, like, the Temperance always makes me think of like the relationship between the spirit realm and the physical realm. Like all the energy and energy beyond what we can see with the physical eye, like all of that has been like, I feel like what you've been energizing the most and investing in the most. And it's so much happening like behind the scenes that the people around you maybe can't see. Maybe the people that are like on this path with you can feel it energetically. It's like a real recognized real, but there's a lot that's like, I've invested so much, I've worked so much, and nobody even knows. Like nobody can even see it. And I feel like there's been times where you've questioned how like real this was, or how like, was it was it of my highest benefit to be investing so much where it's not happening right now physically? You feel me? But it's like, this has been accounted for. Your seeds have been planted and they have been nurtured, and it's time for them to spring. Like, it's the spring has sprung. Like, it's time to receive and to make shit happen in the physical realm. And with the Knight of Swords, I do just keep getting this kind of like unexpected, like surprise type of energy swooping in, and like this deep unlock happening. And let's see, Six of Pentacles in reverse. There's so many cards of like balance on the table and harmony. Some of them are in the reverse, but it's like, I just feel like this is still very much in process, but it does feel like once the bulk of this energy kind of like comes through into the physical, it's gonna have a somewhat of a snowball effect, a domino effect of like energy attracts like energy. So it's like once you unlock this realm of energy physically, like people are seeing it, people are feeling it, and it's like attracting more of those energies. And it's like, it's not just one facet of your life that is developing or evolving immensely. It's affecting all areas of your life, and it's like all building up. It's very powerful energy. You are so much closer to your dreams than you think you are. Yeah, the moon. It's like so much is behind the scenes right now. So much is just like not available to the physical eye just yet, but it's so present energetically, spiritually. And there's just this deep trust and surrender happening. And I'm just getting this huge feeling of letting go. Like, letting go of all attachments at this time. The more space you can make, the more that can come through. And that's exactly what you want right now. And it's not saying goodbye forever to these energies that you're releasing. It's trusting that that which is a match to where I'm headed, to where I'm going, will stay in a circulatory flow with me. You feel me? It can come and go as it is meant to, in a freedom, in a sense of freedom. And it gives you that space of freedom too. And it's like, it takes deep trust and love with the universe to allow that, because like these attachments, they've filled voids inside of you. They've nurtured your comfort zone. It's things that like make you feel good and safe. And it's difficult to let go of these things, not knowing what can come and replace them, but being able to trust that that which is meant for where you're going, that's higher than you can even imagine right now, will come through. And if it is those same energies in a, like if they are growing at the same rate as you, they will continue to circulate in your life. And like having that trust, but allowing that space, that letting go, for it to happen in freedom, in divine rhythm and spacing. It's so much about space. I just feel like there's so much that like could have come through for you sooner if you had been ready to allow that sense of space, and you weren't, and that's okay. But like the time is now, and you've built yourself up, you've unlocked what you were meant to with those energies, and now it's like you're allowed to have space with them. You're allowed to just let it go and trust how it's all moving and circulating within you. And I just heard like, I'm headed to the top, or no, you headed to the top, I'll meet you there type shit. Like, I'll just like meet you there. If you're headed where I'm headed, like, let's go, we'll link up there. But like, I don't need to hold on to you so tight. I don't need to like try to predict where we're going. Like, I just know that if you're headed where I'm headed, I'll see you there. Five of Wands, the High Priestess. With the High Priestess, I'm getting a really powerful energy, which I love to see with like, I love that the moon came out and this is a full moon reading. And like, not only is it just a full moon, but it's a Leo full moon, which is of the heart space. It's very powerful. and it's the first full moon of 2024. Like, it's coming in hot and buzzing with this sense of like self-love and like self-fulfillment type of energy. And with the high priestess, like, it's like something, it's like a gift is coming through, something, a present, something that will undeniably like hit so good to receive. It's a very like, you are the receptor of this energy. You are not like, you've already given so much, you've already invested so much. It's time to sit back and magnetize, attract, allow, receive. And it's something that's just gonna be like, I can't believe this wish came true. And it's giving like, I didn't even know this was my highest wish. I didn't even have the like perspective to imagine it. Like, maybe you had imagined the beginnings, the inklings of it, but it's like so much higher than you could have ever like expected to receive here. And it's so in tune with you and what you're about and what you want to express to the world, and your intuitive power. It feels very connected to like your healing essence, and it's just unlocking you in a way where you're able to step into this new sense of self and confidence around this that allows you to share it and for it to be seen so much more and deeper. But with this energy, I can't lie, there's the Five of Wands, and it feels like some sort of like internal battle happening, and it's very like connected to spaces of passion and creativity. And I don't know, I'm getting some type of like frustration off of this. Like, it's coming up like another reason why this didn't happen sooner is you didn't really have the evolution of discernment and like self-control to be able to like receive this path, receive these blessings in a space where like it wouldn't have hurt you. It's difficult to explain. Like, this path could have easily been a curse in a type of way if you hadn't been developed and evolved with these senses of self and skills to be able to like handle it. Oh, I just got the word cooperate again. I was in yoga yesterday, and at the beginning of the class they were like, tune in and like you can set an intention for this class. And I was starting to like think like, what should my intention be? And immediately I got the word cooperate, and I was so like, cooperate? Like, don't tell me to cooperate. Like, that is not the type of word that I would choose. But I got it so clearly that I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit with this and, you know, chew on it, like let it marinate in me through this yoga practice. And it's feeling like there's a sense of cooperation that will be required of you in this high path. It's like, with this intensity of energy comes a much bigger responsibility than you have been forced to handle up to this point. And you should actually be so grateful of the time it's taken for this path to come through, because it's like, you didn't want this before you were ready for it. It could have really hurt you. But I feel like there's like this sense of self that you've undeniably unlocked and tapped into and really like integrated in a way where it's like, it's not going anywhere. It's here to hold you. It's here to hide you, and not hide you, protect you. Why did hide you come out? It's here to hide you. I feel like there's this sense of like protection and like sacredness and privacy that is accompanied or like encouraged with this energy. It's like so much is coming up and it's very difficult for me to translate. There's this really intense like care and attention to boundaries that's needing to be like at the forefront of your awareness as you begin to receive and step into this path. Like the more I'm talking about it and feeling this energy, it's like my excitement is building, and it's almost a sense of nervousness coming up of like I'm starting to really like feel and understand how intense this energy is, and it's so incredible. And it's like I just feel like it's gonna bring through like undeniable fulfillment and these feelings of success in a way where it's like it's visible to others, where it's like you were already tapped into this energy on a somewhat of a dim level, like the lowest setting of intensity, and it was very like much in the energetics, but you've never really had the proof of it like that's incoming now. And it's gonna be a lot, I can't lie, it's gonna be a lot to take on, and it's gonna be kind of jarring. And it just feels like when I say a new life is coming through, I really mean like a new era of your life is coming through that's gonna feel like a total rebirth, like a total new life within your life. Like it's really big, deep, fun, exciting, energetic energy, but it's a lot to navigate and hold space for. So definitely as much space as you can give it, and then as much discernment and attention to your boundaries and that constant check-in with your inner self is gonna be so integral to like allowing this to really be the blessing that it wants to be, and not turn into a space where like what I'm getting is like, because of the intensity of this path, like if you weren't in the space to meet this with a strong sense of self, it could drown you in like a lot of self-doubt or comparing to others, or like really deep dark energy that you could allow it to go that way. I feel like there's no chance of that happening because you've taken your time energetically and on a soul level to be like to build your space up, to build yourself up to a space where you can actually meet this energy and take it on in a really empowering way. So just stay present with that. That feels so important. It's like you can't take your eyes off of it. Not right now. Like it's demanding, or it's requiring your like undivided attention. It's taking a lot of energy, especially to like boost it off. 4 of Cups in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. When I said discernment, like that makes so much sense that the 4 of Cups is coming out, and like that like hiding, protective type of energy, like and I got cooperate again. It's like there's so much energy that's gonna be like attracted and magnetized into you at this time, and it's going to call for your overall like really strong discernment and like awareness, because it's like, yes, you are like energy attracts like energy, so you are attracting a lot of high frequencies right now, but that's not all that you're attracting, you feel me? Like there's going to be other energies mixed in there, like energies that are attracted to you because you're higher, and like also like life lessons and things like this that is gonna really call for you to like tap in. And this energy of cooperate. It's feeling like there's gonna be things that is like, how do I say this? Because it's like, it's actions that you don't want to take. It's things that you don't want to do. Not in a sense of like, that feels unaligned, so I don't want to do that and I don't need to. Like, that's valid. But it's like you feel called to it and it feels like outside of your comfort zone or difficult in some capacity, but you just know that's the highest path for you to take, and it's in alignment with who you want to be. That's the type of energy that is like, it's this mode of cooperation you kind of have to buckle into in order to just like be compatible with the highest path. And like, do you feel me? Like, it's a sense of cooperation that I don't think you've been forced to go through up to this point in this way. But it's like you feel that intuitive guidance through it all. It's not like something that you, what I explained. Like, it's not like, oh, this doesn't feel aligned with me, but logically I see how it could get me to where I want to go. Cut that. I don't even see how this is going to get me to where I want to go, but I feel that it's what's best for me and that it's leading me in the right direction. And yeah, it's really uncomfortable for me, or something about it feels like I don't want to have to be so blunt with this person, or I don't want to have to sacrifice this part of my comfort safe zone. But it's that intuitive guidance that's challenging you but growing you and leading you in the highest direction. And it's leading you right to this Ace of Pentacles. Like, I'm telling you, it's such a brand new beginning in the space of the self and career, and like what your life mission is, what really lights you up, and like why you're meant to be here. And it's putting you on a space of really being seen in a way that I don't think you've been seen before. And it's gonna hit so good in a lot of ways. It's also going to like challenge a lot of lessons with your ego, and really being able to tune into like, what is me, what is my ego, what is my feelings, what is my thoughts, like there's so much that's gonna be stirred up through here, but it's going to like create a whole new version of you and allow you that opportunity to do that. It's really powerful era that you're unlocking and stepping into. And I know that this could stir up a lot of fear, but don't energize that. Like, you got this. It wouldn't be sent for you if you weren't ready for it. And it just feels like you are ready. I really, really feel and believe that. And like, this energy could not come through if you weren't embodying the energy that is capable of attracting it. You feel me? I'm gonna get a Love Your Inner Goddess card. And I'm definitely just gonna read the description from the book, because these descriptions be hitting. I love this deck, and I don't think I've ever drawn one of these on this channel before, but I'm definitely feeling called to it, especially with how this reading turned out. Madonna of Roses. There is a way to be fierce that doesn't betray the kindness of your heart. When you know that to enable someone to behave badly towards you doesn't help them or you, you don't need to subject yourself to unnecessary guilt for taking care of yourself, or fear that you aren't being compassionate. You are teaching yourself and others the truth that love is based in respect, and that trying to take what doesn't belong to you through any form of aggression or manipulation, seduction, or persuasion is neither loving nor respectful. Thorns are sharp because they need to be. They don't diminish the beauty of the rose, they protect it. Your soul is a holy rose, a sublime creation under the care and protection of the Madonna of Roses. The soul that is a holy rose holds an exquisite spiritual perfume. She goes through struggles early on in life that teach her when she will need to protect herself from those people or situations that would try to cut her off from what vitalizes and inspires her with life. She is taught to recognize those that would steal her away from her destiny and try to use her for their own selfish purposes. She knows that people who try to use her do not love her. They are interested in what they can gain from her, not what they can share and create together with her. So she is not shy to let such unworthy hands that grasp after her feel the piercing of her thorns. By the time she reaches spiritual maturity, fully blooming as the rose, she understands that she is here on this planet to heal many souls with her inner divine feminine beauty. She can only do this when she takes care of herself. She can allow others to love her, but she can never put her well-being or safety into the hands of others other than herself and the Divine Mother who watches over her. She is her own woman, this holy rose, a living temple of the goddess, bringing heavenly beauty to the earth. I couldn't say it any better myself, and I feel like that just concluded this reading so clear and so spot on. Like, that's the energy that is you need to embody with such intense energy coming through. Like, that's the way that you ensure this takes its highest path in the form of the highest blessing it could be. It's needed. It's so necessary. Yo, I loved this reading. All right, that's what I got for y'all. If these messages resonate with you, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email's in the description down below. You can shoot me an email. Namaste. The divine in me bows to divine in you. Thank you. Tunima Kosi.